show is coming to town. It's called Champions of Magic, and I have a special guest to tell us all about it. I'd like to welcome to the show Alex McAleer, who happens to be a mind reader. I have a lot of questions on that profession. I thought mine was pretty cool, but that one definitely takes the cake. But welcome to River City Live, and let's just start out by getting an overview of what families can expect when they come out to see this.
What they can expect? Well, they can expect this sort of huge family-friendly magic show. You're going to see every style of magic. So you've got mind reading from me. You've got escapology from Fernando Velasco. That's the dangerous upside-down escaping from a straitjacket stuff. We've got artistic close-up magic from Polly England. We've also got grand illusions, the classic, girls go in a box and vanishes stuff from Young and Strange. And as you can see from the clip, it's all surrounded by these pyrotechnics, the lighting. It's a big, spectacular, family-friendly show.
Now, one of the questions I have, just by looking at the production that goes into this, how long does it take for you guys and your team to create an illusion?
How long does it take to create? It very much depends on the illusion. Sometimes, like, really small stuff, which is, quite intimate with one-on-one with someone on stage, can take, 6 months to a year. Sometimes the big stuff takes a long time. Sometimes it's really quick. It really depends on the illusion, but there's stuff in the show that's kind of always in flux, always slightly changing, but it does depend on the illusion. Like with my stuff, as the mind reader, I'm sort of coming in with a skill, so I can it's how to make it entertaining, how to make it big for the stage. That can happen quite quickly. But with some of the bigger illusions, the group stuff that we do, it can take a lot of R&D and testing and developing things. There are things in this show that have been in the show since the very start, but they've just changed over the years. There's some stuff that's fairly new, and that's always exciting, also terrifying as a performer. But it depends on the type of illusion, but it can take, up to between 6 months and a year to work on something.
Yeah, a lot of those look really elaborate, especially when you look at all the, production value that goes into it. Another question that I have, a lot of viewers that are watching the show right now, they've probably seen, a good deal of magic on TV, maybe YouTube, whatever. But what's it like to actually see it in person? It's just something that has a different energy to it.
Yeah, I personally think that if you've never seen magic live, be it close up or on stage, then I don't think you've ever really seen magic. I mean, most people have never seen magic live. They would have seen it on TV maybe, or more likely on their phone or on YouTube, on TikTok. But seeing something live, seeing it before your very eyes, as they used to say, it's an entirely different experience. And it means there's no camera tricks, there's no editing. That if you are brought up on stage, you're not a stooge, you're not part of the show. It's a completely different experience. So I'd say if you've never seen magic live, this is 100% the show to see, because you're going to see every type and style of magic.
And then what about audience involvement? I would imagine that's a part of the show.
Yes, absolutely. Especially with what I do, I'm the mentalist, the mind reader, so I need the audience to do what I do. And in fact, in the first half of the show, if you're sat in the audience, then it's very likely that you could become part of the show. And in fact, we start the show with something that involves everyone in the room. So, but we're never going to embarrass anyone or make someone feel silly. We're all there to have a good time, for you to have a good time. So if you do become involved in the show, it's just makes it that more special.
And then how did you get into this profession? So, being a mind reader, where did that come from? Did it start when you were little? Did you stumble upon it and you thought that you had like a good skill set to do this?
It's kind of a mixture of both of those. So when I was very young, I had, a magic kit like most kids did, but I wasn't really into the magic. It was only until I was about 13 or 14 that I got into the mind stuff. And it started with memory tricks, how to memorize a list of things or dates and facts and figures. And I bought a book about it. And then at the back of the book, it recommended other books that had memory tricks in. And some of those were mentalism books about magic that's to do with the mind. So instead of it being about coin magic or card magic, it was magic to do with people's thoughts and things like that. So that really fascinated me. And then I started to try the tricks out on friends and family. And then I just got hooked. I started doing them for more people. I started putting on my own shows. I started touring around doing stuff, and then I joined this show, 10 years ago, and we've been touring the world ever since. So it's pretty special. That's something that's just, something I'm sort of interested, a little hobby that's become my profession.
Obviously,
and I get to travel the world.
You could see the passion just come through the screen when you talk about it. Well, Alex, thanks again for all your time and information. And one more time, so it's May 1st. It's at the Thrasher Horn Center. To get your tickets, you could go to the website, thcenter.org. Alex, thanks again. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Have a good one.